Hi there, everybody. It's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, and welcome to This Week in Spaceflight History. Now, I'm joined this week by my dear friend, Uncle Dad. He is uncle to everybody and dad to some.
A few.
A few. How? Dad to?
Four.
That's four more than I have. Well, here's the deal. So, there's probably very few out there that have any idea what this is and why you're here.
What is this guy doing here?
What is this guy? What's Uncle Dad doing here? Okay, here's the deal. This show started off with my friends at the Orbital Mechanics podcast. They do a segment on their podcast, which you should be listening to, called This Week in Spaceflight History. So I started recreating their events. But this season, we have to go a little rogue. I still love the Orbital Mechanics podcast. Hey, guys, I love them. But they were doing events that we couldn't really create sometimes in Kerbal Space Program, like the birth of someone. Or
unless you're trying to make a Kerbal baby here, it just doesn't add up.
It doesn't work for Kerbal Space Program. And the point is, we're going to recreate missions in Kerbal Space Program that happened historically, right?
Yeah.
So, that's what we're doing here. And Uncle Dad's here to ask questions. He's the everyday questionnaire.
Yeah.
How many space questions do you have per day? Minute?
In my regular life, 15 to 20 per minute.
And how many right now?
Maybe one or two.
So, all right, we're gonna hit the show button. We're gonna get this thing started, and this is gonna be a great show. It's been a long time coming, guys, and I am just so excited for this. All right, let's get it started.
That happened.
I like how our first start just froze. Let's try it again.
Why? How could that happen?
I don't know. How did stuff like that happen? It's the internet. That's how. Anyway, this week we are reproducing the Mars Opportunity Rover, NASA's Mars Opportunity Rover, which launched in about 15 years ago. But 14 years ago, almost exactly to the day, it landed on Mars.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and this is a phenomenal little rover. Here's the deal, guys. This is why this is easily one of the coolest things that NASA's ever done. You ready for this?
Yeah.
This thing was supposed to spend 90 days on the surface of Mars.
Quick 3 months. No big deal.
Quick 3 months. I mean, I could do that.
It only made it a week.
Guess how long it lasted? Yeah, you said a week.
3 weeks.
It's still going today.
What?
13 years.
Oh.
14 years now. Sorry, 14 years now.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, it's really pulling an old Martian out there. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
We're going to try to recreate this guy in Kerbal Space Program.
Jeez, that's awesome.
Yeah, but we're going to have to kind of whip this together, so I'm just going to get started.
Go. Start.
Just start. Why am I...
I'm going to have a lot of questions if you don't mind me just firing.
You start firing away. Hi to the chat, everybody. And, yeah, you fire off. You fire those questions.
Okay. I'm going to be reading some chat, too, so I want to... If anybody's got any questions, I'd like to...
Let's start off.
Check those out.
Yeah. You start with those. All right, so I'm going to build this little guy first. First and foremost, we're making more Opportunity Rover. I mean, we're just going to get this guy going here right away.
Just a magic eraser with a wheel on the bottom.
Or one of the... Yeah, that is a magic eraser. Ah, you're exactly right. How do you... Is it because you're a dad and you have to, pay attention
I'm
to
cleaning
magic?
Stuff. Yeah, you're cleaning the sink. You're cleaning up all kinds of stuff, really. If you
See, this is the kind of insight we're going to gather.
It's a different perspective, to say the least.
Different perspective. It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so hang on. I'm just kind of turning these wheels in because they're all winky wonk right now.
I love them. Do you want some build music?
Do you have some building music?
Yeah, just some.
Do you remember our old song? So I used to wear the spacesuit and I'd get way too hot and almost die in it while we're live streaming. But honestly, we used to have a song called "Take the Helmet Off."
Yeah, that was a great song.
That was a great song.
The helmet's coming off.
The helmet's coming off. I'm gonna start over because that looks dumb.
No, it looks great.
No, you don't know anything. You literally don't know anything about Kerbal.
I know nothing.
So let's hear it. What do you got for us? Do you really have a new song?
No. I don't have anything. I'm just.
Okay, just some build music.
Yeah. Just get a little something in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need something in that spicy air. So I'm just gonna build a little rover-redo, didgeridoo, rover-redo. So we're gonna do this thing kind of quick and dirty here. As I'm building, I'm not going to be talking too much about Falcon Heavy, but we do need to talk about it. Falcon Heavy.
I would also like to know when that launches.
Yeah, that launch is supposedly, according to Elon, next week, which is
broad.
That's very broad and very, in typical Elon Musk fashion, very ambitious. But it'll be sometime around then. I can't wait.
But I read it was on the pad, right? It's padded
It launched, or it static fired today, which I did a video all about. If you guys haven't watched that, please do watch that.
Have a look, yeah.
So, 5.1 million pounds of thrust.
Sounds like a lot.
It's a lot. Coming from 27 Merlin engines. And it went off, and it didn't blow up. So, step one of Falcon Heavy's existence so far is looking fantastic. Not step one, but step million of its existence is so far looking just great. So yeah, it's really come together, and I am so excited. And I'm sure the chat is just going nuts. Someone wants me to build this in the spaceplane hangar. You're right, but
3 weeks in Musk time is what Steve M's saying.
that's. I hope for less than that because I have to drive down there, and I just like to.
You're going down. You're obviously going down for
it. If I miss it, I have ruined opportunities for myself already, trying to keep myself open for this stupid launch.
You're saying no to this to get to the Falcon Heavy.
To get to this stupid Falcon Heavy launch.
Is this guy right behind me here? This is the Falcon Heavy, right?
Yeah, the one that's got the 3 on it. That is a beautiful model, and we always talk about it, and everyone makes fun of me. By Ollie Braun. Ollie has a web store now called Buzz Rocket Models or something. What is it called these days? Buzz. You guys can link it up. You guys know what's up.
They're good at the internet.
They're good at the internet. These guys are the internet. Literally. Oh, man. Isn't it supposed to launch on the 31st? I'm hearing the 3rd is kind of what I've been hearing. I don't know how true that is. But check this. Hey, this is going to be it's not going to look anything realistically like
great.
The head.
I don't understand the wheel on top, but maybe it's using it as an antenna. I get it.
Yeah, it'll kind of look like the little he's got on top. There, extend retract. And then, I know it looked dumb for me to do 2 of these separately, guys, on the internet, but for some reason I was having a problem with mirroring earlier. So, we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and retract that guy.
Do you like trains? Municipal Bond wanted to know if you like trains.
I used to be a train hunter professionally. Do you remember that video, Train Hunter?
That was a great video, Train Hunters.
Yeah, we made this ridiculous video called Train Hunters years ago. But I don't know if I would consider myself a train fan. Are you a train fan? Do you go?
The band?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a big fan.
Have you ever gone and looked for trains?
Yeah, we had a local train wreckage.
You're right. That was fun.
That's you've been there too.
That was very fun.
That was great.
Hey, and John Ellis, Ollie actually has a web store now, but I forget what it is. I'm gonna.
Somebody said Buzzkill Rockets. Is that not
Buzz? Yeah, Buzz. There we go. BuzzSpaceModels.com. There we go. That's exactly what it is. Okay, so we're just gonna do a systems check on this and make this. Look at that. See, it kind of looks like the little guy. Gosh. With his little
switchblade wheel. It just fits right between those.
Hi.
Those things.
She's a dancer. Steady? She is a dancer. I don't know if I'd call this steady. This is very terrifying, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
My dad used to make me put sandbags in the back of my vehicles in the winter. Do they have sandbags in Kerbal Space Program?
We could add weight.
Okay.
Weight's an enemy in space, though. If you are trying to get something somewhere, why isn't it stopping? Stop. Maybe I should stiffen up that suspension. It seems a little wish-wash.
She's really rocking. It looks like a boat. Looks like it's in water.
Yeah, it's got a little too much play in that suspension.
Yeah.
But okay, it's looking decent.
John Eric linked the BuzzSpaceModels.com. www.BuzzSpaceModels.com.
Yeah, that's where this heavy. Yeah, and the Falcon 9. Okay, cool. Let's see. What are we doing here? Okay, so now someone says I should put the wheel on the other edge. I don't know about wheels on edges. I don't know exactly what they're talking about.
Wheels on edges.
Is that your Wheels on Edges song?
Wheels on Edges. Ooh.
Yeah, that looks better. I think that's what they mean. I think they mean push them. Give them a little.
Widen your wheelbase.
Wheelbase. I was just
actually a wheelbase would be side to side. This is a front to back.
No, that is wheelbase.
Same
wheelbase
thing.
Is front to back.
Yeah, that always sounds like.
You're thinking of the stance or the width, the track width. Not track width.
This is wheelbase.
This is just wheelbase.
Cool. Good idea.
Okay, so here's the other deal, guys. We are building this in. Delete the end space. I don't know. What end space? I don't mind that little gap. I don't know in space.
Somebody wants to marry you. Mezzo Dave, I love you, will you marry me? We can go to the moon, to space together.
Oh, I'm already married, but I mean, that's a decent proposition.
Yeah.
Going to the moon?
Hey, Mike's got a great idea. He says hold shift to do more precise moving of the parts.
I was doing that, Mike, on that thing, and it was still just going nuts. And I could have hit C to do that thing, but yeah, it's still just being wink wonk.
Wink wonk.
So here's what we're going to do. What are we going to do? What was he going to do? Okay, so we're going to get ready. Okay, oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. We're playing this stock so that you can easily recreate this mission. I thought about, we debated doing it in realism overhaul or doing it stock. We're doing it completely bone stock. That way, or as bone stock as possible. Normally, I would have, one time we did a mission and we did airbags. Do you remember that? We had those, inflatable airbags?
Yeah.
Because that's how
They land them like that.
Landed with airbags. But we're not doing that this time. We're doing it all stock. So we're going to kind of make it, it's not going to look as good. It's not quite going to react as well. But that's just part of our challenge here today, Mm-hmm. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this, we're going to probe this up. I actually kind of want this to be our main thing. But the wheels up to the body to lower its center of gravity, make it more stable. That's a great idea.
Oh, but don't make it so high. What is that thing underneath there? Part of it?
No, that's just what's going to hold on to it. Okay, that seems reasonable. Right?
That's a great idea, actually.
Okay. Hey, a new sponsor, Mezzo Dave.
Nice, Mezzo Dave.
Was that after the proposal?
I think it was. Did you say yes or no?
I said we'll talk about it.
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
It's a maybe.
That's for sure a hard maybe.
Great sponsor. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that means he can do emotes or special little
messages?
Emotion things.
Oh, nice. You can throw some emojis in there.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that's a coined term. Is that a real term? Can I say that? Why did you put the whole thing in a cereal bowl?
I'm going to put it in a box.
Oh, got it. Why?
You'll see, because
it's got to be shipped.
It's got to be shipped to space. It's going to be in 2 boxes, actually, because normally, in real life, the little thing was in this little triangle house, right?
Okay.
And once it hit the ground, the little triangles would pedal out, and it walked down the triangle, or roved down the triangles. Now, here's the thing. We are playing stock, so we're just going to make it really easy to do by having it land, hopefully, on this side, and then we're going to just pop the fairings, and just go, and
there you go.
Just drive off.
Surprise!
So, surprise!
It's a boy.
So we're going to add these guys, take off the truss structure. I'm going to make it so, here's the other part, is this is going to be very abnormal and not at all what it looked like. But I'm going to put the parachutes up here so that it at least goes the right way down. And then normally they would have released the parachutes and then right above the ground so that the parachutes didn't land back on the rover and get tangled up. Yeah. All of a sudden you have a rover that needs solar panels, solar power.
Boom, you're done.
You're done. Your mission over. You failed. So they actually detached the parachutes. The parachutes would fall off, and that's why it would tumble to with those airbags, which is just terrifying.
I'm sure they had some plan in place to get it upright at some point, right?
So that's because it was on these triangle pyramids. It could land on any edge, and it'd be able to unfurl itself. And so we're not going to try that. We're going to just
that sounds pretty deep.
That's NASA deep. This is Kerbal.
Tubular Topher's got something funny to say. He says, Triangle House, Illuminati confirmed. Very good. Very good. And then he reiterates, confirmed. Oh, it's because he spelled it wrong. Never mind. That was a reiteration. That was a correction.
I think I would have almost preferred the reiteration.
I love it if you would have just said confirmed again. Say it, man. Say it.
So I'm going to build this little triangle house. It's a little Illuminati plaza.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it as small as possible. And we got to kind of cheat it into this, like that. Okay, so, here's the other thing I got to do.
Look at that thing.
In order to make sure it does stay upright, as you mentioned, I'm going to sneak a couple gas tanks in here. Now, this is going to be, this is not at all what this did, but this is just for our sake, just so we can upright it if we need to. Oh, hi.
We got a great question from Chaz Van Zulgen.
Okay.
I might be saying that wrong. I'm sorry if I am. Didn't it have a little mini rover with it?
No, that was
Curiosity.
No, that was Sojourner maybe or something. I don't remember which one is the little teeny guy, but there's Spirit and Opportunity are the twins. So this actually had a twin that only lasted like years instead of
still outlived its
by a Martian mile, if you will. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't either. But okay, let's make sure it can drive off of the ramp. What? Okay, there's my button.
The ramp that you've created for it.
Yeah, we're gonna just make sure it can get out of there, because if it can't do that, how are we gonna do this on Mars? Give me some ramp music.
If it can't do that, how's it gonna do it on Mars?
That's the question.
Can't do that. How's it gonna do it on Mars?
The worst song I've ever heard.
Can't do that. How's it gonna do it on Mars?
Still pretty bad.
Got better at the end though, didn't it?
It did.
You liked it.
It went from kind of country to
Awesome country.
All right, here we're gonna pop that fairing.
Whoa!
All three. Look at that.
Why is that thing? Listen, I'm not trying to impede here. Why is that thing levitating?
I kind of had to just like let it be.
A little cheating, didn't you?
Sorta. It's not.
Does it have a little silent rocket underneath of it?
Look at that.
It's beautiful, man.
It's-
And I would say that we fixed our wishy-washy.
Yeah, it's looking pretty smooth, ma'am.
Man, and that thing's just gonna rove around, huh?
Yeah, she's just gonna spin her wheels.
Spin my
Whoa.
wheels. Whoa, rockets!
I deployed the parachutes.
Oh, cool.
By ramming into
It's
it.
like, why is it shooting at itself?
Rocket laser beams. All right. Still better than Bieber, someone says.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Thanks,
okay.
man. Thanks, Mezzo.
I have to say, I kind of like Justin Bieber's music
You
lately.
can't get enough of Justin Bieber, man.
I think the new, like, his, like, clubby stuff where it's just, like, chill. Sorry. I probably just lost. Everyone's going to log off.
Beep, 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 beep. They're gone. Sounds like
Everyone's
Jack Johnson.
gone.
That's also a nice compliment.
Yeah, that's, but to me, actually, that's worse than being Bieber these days.
Who knows, man?
Would you believe
I
that?
just want to be myself. Uncle Dad.
Do you just want to be Uncle Dad?
Yeah.
Now, remind everyone, what did you previously in your life, before you were just straight up Mr. Uncle Dad, what else did he do in your life?
I did. I worked in orbital mechanics. No, that's not true.
I was like, you'd be the worst orbital mechanicist.
I don't know any of the stuff you got to know for that, do I?
You know quite literally about the least amount of stuff.
I've been playing this iPhone trivia game. I think it's actually released to Android users now too.
HQ?
I've been playing HQ, and the other day I missed a question. The question was, which of these? It was like the second or third question, which lets you know that it's not very hard.
Right.
Which of these orbits around the Earth? And I picked the sun.
Oh my God, we need to work on you. Oh wait, you picked the sun, which is still wrong.
That's
you got it wrong.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was wrong, man. I missed it. It was the moon, right?
Oh my gosh.
Is that? I guess I still need confirmation. Is it the moon?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why didn't I get that? I think my kids were like, Dad, when they're like 7.
Where did you go to school publicly?
In Illinois, man. I think that's the problem.
Do you think that's the problem, or do you think it's you? Because I feel like there's gonna be people.
There
in
are
the
smart
chat.
people from Illinois, huh?
Yeah.
It's maybe me. I'm sorry, Illinois.
I hate to say, I hate to be the bearer of bad
Josh Koenig just said, "Oh boy." I know, man.
That's why
Tell
he's
me
here,
about
though.
it. I'm the one living in this life.
He's here to learn, though. We're here to teach him.
Yeah, no. Part of this is educational, and that's why we've got this public school sponsor. That's not true. Can I tell you right now? I'm not comfortable with how fast these Kerbal drivers are driving around the Kerbals.
These guys down here?
This is a work area. Yeah, check it out, man. You'll see every once in a while one will pop right in the shop.
I think they're doing fine.
No, look at the ones right outside the door. Like, what if a guy was like, man, I gotta get a fresh breath, or maybe step out for a cig, and
I
he's
don't think they can smoke anywhere near rocket fuel and stuff.
That's a great point. Look at that! You walk out there, bang! You got a little green spot on
These
the ground.
guys have flashlights and stuff. They're
That
letting
is
them know.
not cool. Those guys are not driving. That
Doesn't match
concerns
your-
me. It concerns me.
The guy that doesn't know anything.
I just love those little green men, man.
You don't know about where the Earth is compared to the moon and the
I
sun.
know about safety and speed. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
I know a little thing called zip zap speed, and that thing's zip zapping.
Okay, so those of you watching, if there are any left right now.
Sorry about that.
So this was actually launched on. This is what's so funny to me. There's some big rockets out there, and you'd think to get to Mars, you'd need a big stinking rocket.
Yeah.
This was launched on a very medium class rocket, but it's the heaviest configuration of it. It's a Delta II rocket. It launched out of Florida, but it's the Delta II rocket that has nine SRBs attached to it, which is the most Kerbal looking version of this rocket. I will show you, but we have to build it. So we're gonna build a Delta II basically. I also want to start.
Are one of these things on the Falcon Heavy? Is one of those a Delta II? Like one of those side pieces? What are is that a dumb question? I'm sure it is.
Yeah, that's the Delta II is the whole. But that's okay. Yeah,
I'm here for the everyday guy. I'm not here for the space guy.
So see the single stick, right?
Yeah.
That whole vehicle is considered the Falcon 9.
Okay.
Okay.
What are these guys?
So when they all tie together, that is what makes it a Falcon Heavy. Okay.
Just throw a couple extra boys on the side.
Literally,
boys.
They took the first stages and they stick them together.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's literally basically 3 of them put together and held together by these trusses and stuff. But now the thing is that any vehicle, any rocket, if it's not a SpaceX one, they have their own name. So might see one smaller than that. It's a Delta 2. You might see one around that same size. It's an Atlas 5. There's just different names by depending on who makes it and all that stuff. So that's the Falcon 9 and the Falcon Heavy. This is a Delta 2 made by United Launch Alliance. Yeah. Is that kind of clear?
UAL.
ULA. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So that's how this works.
That's great.
So, but what's crazy to me is this is a smaller rocket than a Falcon 9.
And it threw up a rover.
To Mars.
Give me some perspective on this rover. We talking like my Nissan 3500?
No.
Kid carrier? We talking about like a Nissan Maxima?
No, we're talking me and you sitting side by side.
Go-kart. It's a go-kart.
It's a go-kart. Yeah, it's a small go-kart.
Wow.
A little one. But then Curiosity was almost the size. That's more akin to like a Nissan like Juke or something. Like a small SUV.
And how'd they drop that little puppy down on Mars?
Well, hopefully we'll get to that someday.
Okay.
That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother shebang. Okay. That's a whole nother episode.
Okay.
So all we have to do is we have to make sure this thing can get to Mars.
D. Kraut wants to know, what is the shell of the rocket made of?
Aluminum. Most rockets, except for, and we'll talk about this in an upcoming video about Electron. So Electron is Rocket Lab has a new rocket that just launched on Saturday called the Electron, and it's almost entirely made out of carbon fiber, which is super cool.
Light.
Very light.
Strong.
Very strong, but does not like really brittle, cold, cryogenic fuels and oxidizers. So
luckily, it's super warm on Mars.
Well, this thing didn't go anywhere near Mars.
Good.
So what it did, though, is so that's one of the first ones that's carbon fiber. Almost all other rockets are made out of aluminum.
Got it.
Yep.
Our boy Elon Kerman would like to know, do you like Ed Sheeran? A little bit.
I mean,
give or take.
Give or take.
I'll tell you, I saw him. He cameoed on one of my absolute favorite shows.
What's one of your?
Can you say things? Shows? Can you say? I don't know what on the internet. Can you just say whatever?
Yes.
He made a cameo. The cameo I wasn't super pumped about, but he made a cameo on Game of Thrones.
He did? Is it because he kind of looks like he's from like the wrong era?
Maybe. But it started with just his vocal singing, and it's the first time I had a great appreciation for Ed Sheeran, because I was like, man, who is the guy they hired to sing this song? And then it cut to his face. It's like, oh, come on.
Really?
It was dumb because it took you out of the moment. But boy can sing.
It kind of reminds me of, what's that one band? What's that band? Mute Math.
Oh, yeah.
Or wait, I think it's Mute Math. Yeah. I didn't really like them until I saw them on this show in Italy. They did this thing where they were told that they can't play their own instruments. They had to play to a track. Muse, that's who it was.
And they switched instruments.
And just
unbelievable.
Faked it. That right there points in my book. At that moment,
they were mad that they had to lip sync due to the contract.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just go, okay, I like Mute Math. I didn't know I liked Mute Math. Oh, yeah. So was that kind of like one of those moments for you?
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
I didn't know that I liked Ed Sheeran.
Well, I realized that he is truly talented.
Just a good singer. But he kind of, I saw him one time. I saw him be described as someone that looks like an Ed Sheeran looks like an Ed Sheeran fan.
Yeah.
Because he's just kind of a guy.
He's just a guy.
Yeah. Which I guess I like. I like that about him.
I'm just a guy.
We talked more about Ed Sheeran tonight than we did.
Is it Sheeran or Sheeran?
I have no.
I think it's Ed Sheeran.
You're talking to the guy that doesn't know how to pronounce anything. That's me. You don't know anything about space.
People who read a lot don't know how to pronounce things. People who watch TV know how to pronounce things. So it's a give and take relationship.
All right, so here's our Delta, our Delta 2, and here's what we're gonna do. SpaceX does better streams. I would hope so. Okay, so we're gonna strap on. Oh, don't repeat that too much. Here's what we're gonna do though. We gotta cluster these babies in groups of 3 because there's 9 of them.
It's definitely Sheeran, by the way. Keep going. Keep working. Yeah.
Sheeran.
Yeah.
Well, how was I saying it?
Lego Wan said it's Sheeran. So did Papa Chronic.
Oh, we're getting some hard facts going. Okay, so we're gonna lower these guys.
You know, I like to make music sometimes.
Yeah,
I wrote you a theme song. Did you know that?
The Take the Helmet Off song.
No, I wrote you a new theme song.
No, you didn't.
I did. I thought maybe you could use it.
I mean, maybe. Depends on, is it actually good?
Is Ed Sheeran good at singing?
I guess if he's on Game of Thrones, he's pretty good.
No, the Game of Thrones doesn't... Yeah, maybe you're right.
That's what did it for you.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Do you have it?
I don't know. I guess I do. Everyday astronaut can't keep the smile from his face, 'cause he's heading up to outer space. Yeah, he's heading up to outer space.
I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty spicy.
I just think it would be a good theme song when you start making $1 million.
So that you can take royalties?
Yes.
You're right. That would be a great theme song for that. That's actually good. I'll give you that. That was.
Thank you. Let's see what our chat says about it.
They're just like puking.
They're actually they've reverted to talking about actual statistics. Like, yeah, just stick to the facts here is what they're saying. Oh, he's clapping. They liked it.
That's kind of shocking to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the internet. They shouldn't like anything. Okay, here's something interesting.
Oh no, somebody said something terrible just now.
Ooh.
Dihydrogen monoxide. That's a hilarious name. Says that's like 10 times better than the Giraffe Astronaut song, in my honest opinion. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh my
gosh.
god.
Maybe it's right. I don't know. No, Giraffe Astronaut's a great song too.
Okay, but I'm going to teach you something here quick.
Okay.
Ready for this one, guys? Yeah. The Delta II Heavy, when it has nine solid rocket boosters. Like, these are solid rocket boosters, by the way. And they are slung around it like this. That looks about right. Our fairing's a little big, but 9 solid rocket boosters around it, okay? That's a lot, right? But here's the deal. They need that, first of all, to help get it off the pad, because it's a heavy vehicle, and there's a heavy payload, and it's going very far, right? But solid rocket boosters, when they ignite, they can't be turned off. You can't throttle them. You just, like a firework.
Just goes.
Like
it's a Roman candle. You can't stop after 6 shots. You got to go for the full 9.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be like, oh, I'm accidentally shooting it in my friend's face. It's still just going.
Rest in peace, friend's face.
Yeah. It's the same type of thing. It's still going. But here's the cool thing about this is they actually optimize one of the sets to last a little bit longer. So 6 of them peel off first.
3 of them give a little extra.
3 of them give a little extra and then peel off. Oh, so we're going to do that.
So they make it a slower burn, would you say?
That's pretty... They put a little bit more, a bigger chamber or like a nozzle on it, so it's more vacuum optimized a little bit. But then they also just kind of, they slow burn it somehow, which I don't actually know how they do that.
Just so it's not a big old punch, but you get a little extra lasting.
You get a little extra lasting. Yep. Maybe it might only be like 15 seconds, 10 seconds.
Is this the initial takeoff?
Yeah, this is right at liftoff. Okay. All of them will go except for 3 after a minute.
Okay.
All right, so that's the Delta II. I don't think this is going to be enough Delta V to get us there, like at all. We might need to cheat a little bit. Not cheat, but okay, wait. What's this going to do? 6,000?
Delta, you're a firework. That says tubular Topher. That's pretty funny, man.
So who thinks... Okay, everyone thinks we're going to fail.
He's saying stop. Somebody up there said stop.
So... Who thinks is 6,000 enough to get to Duna?
Somebody wants you to save it.
Saving's a great... Someone out there is...
It's Paul. It's Paul Fennett.
Opportunity. I can't spell. I can't pronounce an 8.
That's a hard word. There's a lot of letters.
Okay, opportunity. Is that how you do it? Because I always want to put an I. Opportunity for some reason.
That makes no sense to me.
Okay, well that's...
And this comes from the guy who thought that the sun was the thing that orbited around the Earth.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It's a water tower with boosters. That is accurate.
What's a water tower with boosters?
Your rocket looks like a water tower with boosters.
Yeah, it really does. That's very true. Okay, so I think we're going to add a little bit more oomph to this upper stage. This might not be accurate.
A little more bang for our buck.
It's got to get us to Duna, to Mars.
It's a long ways away.
It's a long ways away.
If we're going to doing it right.
So.
PUBG or Fortnite. Ooh. Rules of Survival
the
on
cheap
the iPhone.
Knockoff
Woo!
iPhone version.
Yeah.
We don't.
Sponsored.
Hashtag sponsored.
We are sponsored.
I wish I would let that Chinese knockoff of that game sponsor this in a heartbeat. Because it's great. Yeah, that's what we do. What? Okay, I tried to ask you a question earlier.
Flynn Bryant. Uncle Dad looks like Chris Hemsworth, but worse.
What was that? Looks like I don't know who Chris Hemsworth is.
He's like Thor or something. Or
then that's a great compliment. It's not
he
like
said, he said, but worse.
Doesn't matter if you start at the top.
Oh, you're right. Just a step down.
Thor.
It's like taking 9 of those rockets. Just pull one off. You have an 8 or maybe 7. I don't know.
No, it's like saying you could.
No, it's a funny thing to say.
I think it's a huge compliment.
Really?
Yeah, someone insane like. Yeah, dang it.
I'm gonna use it on my wife. You look like Daenerys Targaryen, but worse.
You're right. Actually, when you put it in that perspective, it's probably not the best idea.
I'm gonna do it though. That's funny. I don't remember who that was, but that is funny. Come back and say it was me, and then I'll know who it was.
Everyone's gonna be it's me now.
Oh yeah, shoot! I don't know how the internet works. Oh, I'm too close to the mic.
Oh, that's what the
Nikolai,
internet's for.
Thank you, internet. Thank you.
That's what they're for.
I did. I scooted up in the front of my seat. Things got steamy.
Someone asked me, told me to strut. We did auto strut these little guys. They're fine. They're fine. So, I need to check my staging.
It was Flynn Bryant. No, he's lying. I've never heard that name before.
All right, so we got to make sure we're lined up with Duna, which is the equivalent of. No, that's Dres. Duna. That's our equivalent of Mars. And I don't remember what our launch inclination. I'm gonna have to pull this up over here real quick. I already hate this. Why is it so like bluesy? Give me something smoother.
It's a G minor. I don't think that's a blues.
Wait.
If it was this. But it's minor.
Major. Hang on, I'm gonna look at
you ready for this?
Calculator.
What's this change? Nah, that was terrible actually.
See, this is how you get kicked off the show, to be honest.
What's Duna?
Duna is the equivalent of Mars in Kerbal Space Program. That's nice. See, that I can deal with. We're going to speed this all the way up.
Did you launch?
No, we got to speed this. We got to line up our orbits.
Got it.
So here's the deal. We have to get... So we're behind Mars, or Duna. And so that when we go out here and extend our orbit, it reaches where Mars will be. Exactly.
The quarterback leads the receiver down the field.
Exactly.
I'm getting it. I am getting the space stuff.
Now notice the part in the middle of this whole solar system. See that bright shiny thing?
The moon.
Oh God.
North Star.
Your
Big Dipper. It's the Dipper.
So genuine.
It's the Dipper.
It's
medium Dipper.
You really you know it for real.
That's right? The sun, baby.
Yeah, it's the sun, baby.
Yeah.
So the sun is at the center of our solar system. And it's just one of a billion stars.
That's what our solar system is like. That's the chief, and we're all just like Indians.
Yes.
Around the chief.
Native Americans, yeah.
I mean, yes, what I mean. Chiefs and Indians is a kid's game. That
You're right. Okay, so we have that. So we are working on this spinning around to line up with. That is so slow. I wish there probably is a mod that would speed it up so we could just be like, just go. Instead of me having to listen to this. I don't mind this. This is better than your blues song. That isn't the sun. It's Kerbal. Is it?
Okay, that's right. I wasn't so far off, was I?
I don't know if they're right, though. Hey, good night to our friend Elon Kerman.
And Mike 368.
We have a lot of people checking out. Yeah, it's late. I get it.
Kung Fu Fat Bear. I was also saying. Are you saying cheers?
Probably to Mike.
Hello, cheers. I'm here, or cheers. I'm gone.
Maybe cheers. Good night to Mike.
Okay, I can get that.
That was in our Discord channel. Our Discord channel.
What is that? What is that? The Discord channel.
That's so our Patreon supporters at a certain level get access to our Discord channel.
Okay.
Those are the people that help me script these days. It's like when I'm writing a script, I show them and like they get a fact check and stuff, which means
wow.
I think that's one of the big reasons the video content is getting better.
You got other people helping.
Yeah.
Pitching in.
Yes.
You're the Wikipedia of video content.
And it's crowdsourcing.
It's blockchain system.
It's helping the content get better and better. Brian Ty wants to know if I have the opportunity, notice that, to go to Mars, would I go? No. I
Dangerous.
would
in 100 years.
Yeah, like say in 70 years if it's totally normal, it's just like getting on a cruise ship and you can just totally be a tourist. These things happen often. It's not some big scary thing. Like on the scale from, okay, this is a bad scale, but on the scale from your Christopher Columbus and you're on one of those boats where like most of the people died from like dysentery or whatever.
Yeah.
No, not me. I'm not an explorer. And then if the other end of the spectrum is like getting on a Carnival cruise ship right now, I'd be like 1930s, like steamliner, post Titanic.
When you're like, things are getting a little better, you're like, okay, I'll jump on that.
Yeah, like there's not a huge risk, almost at all, really.
Okay.
We figured most of the stuff out. Does that make sense? Not a wooden ship. Give me a modern day ish big boat. Okay. Yeah, then I'll maybe go to Mars.
Okay. Because he's heading up to outer space.
There we go. So we still got to keep lining this up. I was concentrating way too much on that cruise ship analogy. Okay. All right, so we're going to launch this thing now. I think it's time to launch. Oh, we got a night launch. I don't want a night launch. I just want a pretty day launch. We're going to fast forward to this because I want to see this. What's the point of a rocket if you can't?
You want to see it.
I just want to see it.
How about that rocket over California where people thought that the world was ending?
Yeah, understandably so.
How about us send a tweet out before that? I'm sorry,
They do.
Oh, people just don't read Twitter.
People, that's what I love. People are like, why didn't they warn us? Like, they tweeted. It was a newscast. Like, it's a like
I'm
the
one of those
Air
people.
Force,
I was like, hey man, send a tweet.
The Air Force has exclusion zones where boats and planes can't fly. You know, like people are, and they're like, why are they doing this overpopulated areas? It's not. It's 100 miles west. It's just that far away, and that exhaust plume got so big because it can expand literally forever because it's in the vacuum of space. So that exhaust plume could just keep going. And it just got huge. That exhaust plume was probably 50 miles wide or something. I don't know. I'm making it miles wide, right? Illuminating by the sun, just looked insane. So yeah, that's how that worked. Look at this. We got a beautiful dawn launch. Hey, Dreadnought, thank you. When do I think Opportunity mission will end? Ooh. It's still chugging along. It's still chugging along good. I would guess, I'm just going to totally guess, I think it will make it to 2020.
Are people watching it every day?
Yeah, you can kind of check in with it. It tweets and stuff.
And is it traveling a huge area of Mars? Is it just
so far it has made it's very slow. Guess how far it's gone so far in 14 years on Mars?
1,000 miles.
It's covered. So just maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, some time ago, it completed a marathon.
26 miles. 0.2.
I think it took like 11 and a half or 12 years or something.
That's how long it would take me to run a marathon.
That's how long it took it.
Jeez. So it's just really just putt.
It's just a putt. Yeah. Because it doesn't want to ram into rocks and stuff and fall off cliffs. So just inches. Literally inches. But why not, No rush. All right, let's do this. All right, you guys ready? I think we're ready. You ready for this? Odds. I want to see our odds. What do you guys think? I think this has 100% chance of making it.
You're going to do it, man.
I've seen
it before.
One shot.
I've seen it where people said, no way, and then you make it
Bing,
happen.
bang, boom.
I trusted a few things in this world, and that's one of them.
Got to Kerbal it.
Uncle Dad, what do you do for a career? I'm just a sidekick.
You kind of.
I'm a dad. I do dad stuff. I do other stuff.
You have a scar on your face from your previous career.
Yeah.
What was that?
I used to be I was a world-class pole vaulter. So I traveled the world and competed in different competitions and pole vaulted all over the place. And yeah, one time I took the bar is the thing you jump over. The pole is the thing you jump with. The bar came snapping down and hit me right in the head.
This isn't a joke, by the way. We joke about a lot of things.
I wonder if I could get close enough.
Hey, it's Ian the Pineapple. Remember Ian?
Okay.
Ian was around last year.
The pineapple. Have we said today that we love you?
We haven't, but now we have. All right, let's do this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, hip hip. Boom. I forgot I pre-staged it. And we're gonna throttle on up.
Throttle it up.
I should have throttled it up while it's in the chute.
Speed.
We got a little twist. It's okay though. Twisting's not a big deal. Oh, those SRBs are going to run out fast. We got a little rotation, but it's no big deal.
Power, ferocity.
This is a great launch song.
Speed, power, ferocity.
Yeah, this is what I needed for a launch song. I'm trying to do my gravity turn, by the way, guys, and it's not working out too hot. Speed, power, and ferocity. We got to ditch these SRBs in a second.
Ferocity.
Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Check your station. Oh, we did it. We had successful deployment, which is great. I was nervous that was not going to go very well. But we're actually slowing down, which is not good. I'm still trying to do this gravity turn here, folks. Don't worry. I know people are probably like, turn. I'm trying.
Don't run into that bonfire in the sky.
Bonfire in the sky. Okay, here we go.
In with air or?
We're not gonna make it. We lost our main engine. I should have put some boosters to clear the boosters from the booster.
Because she hit the booster.
The booster hit the booster because I didn't have boosters on the boosters to make it sure it clears the booster.
Booster me timbers.
Dang it, guys. All right.
Okay.
Let's go back.
It's an easy fix, all right?
It's an easy fix.
There weren't any live guys on there. My little green guys were not on there.
Green guys are fine.
Okay. I just like to say something to anybody out there playing Kerbal. Hey, Mark Schmidt gave $2. Can I hear Major Tom? Problem is, Major Tom is an incredible song. Problem is, can't do that.
Cover.
It's a copyrighted song. Speed, Power, Ferocity, as far as I know,
play all night.
has not been done.
But thank you for the tip, Mark. That's I really apologize that we were unable to fulfill your wish.
Some people said add fins.
I could do that.
Somebody else said something else. If you said add fins, that's JC Tom 4.
I could put a bigger engine on the main thing called a mainsail, and that would have more control, a little more like gimbalability. That's a word that I just made up.
Oh, gimbality. And also we could add some fins, but that's not very Delta 2 like. So I'm doing this. Those guys are sconces. They're wall sconces.
Those are not your favorite.
Those look like security cameras.
They're not far off from that.
So you just want to keep an eye on them. 9 directions.
Security state, man.
You want to keep an eye on that orange thing.
I mean, honestly, yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a mainsail on this. Why not, right? Give it the big. Oh, we lose a lot of Delta V that way, though. I'm gonna go back.
I gotta catch up with our guys over here.
Okay.
Kung Fu Fat Bear says, according to Google, it's launched on Delta 2 7925H-9.5. Is that are those like latitude, longitude coordinates?
No, that's the exact model of the exact.
And then Mike 368 says our SRB staging. If 9 solid rocket boosters are used, only 6 are ignited at launch. Once the first 6 are depleted, 3 air start motors ignite and the ground start motors separate. The air start motors have nozzles optimized for high altitude as they operate mostly in a near vacuum during the flight profile. So, and this is exactly what I was going to say, Mike. You stole it right from my lips. So, 9 SRBs, they ignite 6 at launch and 3 are ignited after separation. It's not a slow burn, it's a late burn.
Wow. Okay, so
have higher ISP optimized design. Okay. Mike.
Wow.
Whoa. Someone tells me Mike was not a general studies major at the University of Northern Iowa.
Like me.
What?
I studied nothing at that, and then at Hawkeye.
I did the same thing. We studied nothing.
So how do you not know that the sun...
Yeah, I missed... Sometimes you feel, you have a cup. You're pouring in information. Some of the other stuff at the bottom has been there for a long time. It just kind of works its way out the side of the cup.
You're right. You're absolutely... Yeah, I feel that because I don't remember any of my cool car facts that I used to like.
Yeah.
Those are all gone. So I think let's check our staging. Check your
staging.
So we're gonna light those babies up right when we get.
Sorry, Mezzo Dave, who I'm really becoming a huge fan of, says late burn sounds like a side effect.
You like that much?
Consult your doctor. Yeah, consult your doctor if you experience.
Okay, that's funny. I didn't quite know.
Extreme diarrhea, sleeplessness, and late burn.
That's a Weezer.
That's funny.
That's good.
Ian the Pineapple pipes in. Fun fact, there was a Delta 2 mission that had SRB that never separated. Its weight caused the payload to get a lower orbit, but it did safely get to orbit.
I know what that is. I know what mission that was. That was OCO1, Orbiting Carbon Observatory 1. Because I went to the second launch at Vandenberg Air Force Base, the redo of it. and it was OCO2. I was there, and I remember people being like, "Yeah, this is the second time they've had to launch this really expensive probe, because the first time the fairings didn't deploy, and so it just, yeah."
What's that? What happens? It just burn up? It's gone forever.
Yeah, they just. Yeah, I think it. Did he say it made it into orbit? I remember it not even quite making it into orbit. Like it ended up just re-entering because they didn't shed all that extra weight. All right.
Gentry Irving's got a couple of strange questions. They're not space related, so we'll skip them.
No, I know. And no, we're not. We're both married to women.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yeah. That is odd.
Yeah. I feel like if we should have probably been the ones, I would have gladly, I would have been, hitting for the other team.
What?
Wait. Oh, crap. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man, we got ladies.
Yeah, we got ladies. You got 4 kids.
Yeah, well, those were just dropped off by a stork, so I can't.
That's true. Storks deliver the children. Let's launch this thing. Let me
get some new launch music going. Is that okay?
Don't ship the hosts. I don't know what that means. The Delta 5 is doing hydrogen flush fireball thingy. Really surprised me that it doing his hydrogen flush fireball thingy. Philip, I actually don't exactly know what you're. I don't think I saw. Oh yes. So at the startup of a Delta, the Delta 4, he said Delta 5. At the when the Delta 4 launches, it has this like hydrogen flush. It sends out all of its hydrogen through its turbo pumps first, and then they purposely let it burn up. So you just see this like fireball on the side of the rocket. And when it's Delta 4 Heavy, you have 3 of those, and an even bigger fireball. And it looks like it's just absolutely going to char itself to death. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna throttle up so it looks kind of cool. Oh, we need to. Are you kidding me? We need to realign.
Oh, come on, Mars.
Here's what we're going to do. So
I see why all those question marks are there. Like, we have so many questions.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to revert this to flight, or to vehicle assembly builder. We're going to go out, align the planet so that if we make any changes after that, the alignment's already set.
We can kind of, like, save from there.
Yes. Instead of, when we revert, it reverts even, like, pre-launch activities. So, we're going to line up the planet so we never have to do this again. They're launching new improved shake weight. Wait, there's more. I don't get it, but that's funny. Okay. Make a Duna transfer save. Yeah, that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to get this here. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. I'm so excited that I didn't know that they in-air ignite those 3 SRBs. That's crazy to me. I did not know that. Mike, great knowledge
that was
drop.
A solid knowledge drop.
Oh, I'm so mad that we have to wait this long, though. I should get a mod that just... Because why? Like, look at that. It's like watching a slow backwards clock.
A really complicated clock.
Yeah, ain't nobody want that. Static fire was exciting, so people are back to that. I knew that was going to come up tonight, and I knew it was unavoidable, because this is a big deal. The Falcon Heavy was supposed to launch 5 years ago. Its maiden launch was supposed to be in 2013. So we've been waiting a long time. So it being physically operating is really, really, really exciting. So I get it. Obviously, I get it. You guys know this. Everyone knows this. They've seen way too many of my videos about that stuff.
Can't blame them for that.
Can't blame. I mean, I make them. I make them because I love them.
Yeah.
I love the SpaceX stuff. It's exciting.
Yeah, you do a great job too. I really appreciate the stuff.
Do you watch them ever?
You kidding me?
Do you actually watch my videos?
I love the videos. I watch them. The kids watch them. The kids get excited.
Do they?
It's good for the kids.
That's great. That's
what's
what I
good
want.
for the goose is good for the gander.
But
That's what I always say.
How did you not know that the sun?
Yeah, there's just like I said. It was real. I was trying to win $1,500, so you know it was real.
That's true.
Like I said, sometimes knowledge just when you have such a huge cup of knowledge, sometimes some of the cream on the bottom gets pushed to the top, and sometimes it foams out over the side.
Yep. Chandler Ragland. Hey, thanks for the videos. Your vids make life at this military academy more enjoyable. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. Tell us more about that. I'd like to know more about where he's at, the military academy, everything.
Didn't your brother do military?
He did do military.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got himself in some trouble, but he did a great job, yeah. So served our
thank
country
you
well.
For your service.
Yeah, thanks for your service.
Thank you so much for your tip.
Yeah, that's
great.
That's
amazing. Thank you.
Chandler, if you get a second, just tell us where you're from. What military academy were we talking
whatever
about?
You want. You don't have to get super. Because what if they're private? What if they're like...
Oh, is there a secret?
I'm on a secret base. I don't know.
If there's some secret, I think maybe why not break it here? Break it here.
Break it here. Oh, Chandler, do you know what happened to Zuma? There we go. Mezzo's on the same page as me. Zuma's that satellite that was controversial, but
it was like a mistake for SpaceX.
Not for SpaceX. That's
did
you watch that video?
No, but I know what it was. It was that they are just they're the vehicle.
They're the launch provider.
It's not it just because the package broke doesn't mean it was their fault.
Well, if they broke the package, it'd be their fault. But if it was a crappy package,
I disagree. UPS, FedEx, they never take responsibility for those broken packages.
That's true. I was like, oh, it shipped it that way. No, it didn't. Get out of my life, Dad.
Get out of my life. Get
all right,
out of my life.
Someone's in pilot school.
Oh, we got a conspiracy theorist. Now you've tickled my ivories because ULA snipers took out Zuma. That was the same story that happened when the thing on the
kind
pad.
Of a joke. It's like on anything that would happen with SpaceX now, it's just ULA snipers.
Because that was a thing that was potentially, maybe still potentially true.
No, they figured out the root cause, but it was.
Was it a bullet?
Honestly,
because then I would say I'm still on the page.
Opportunity Rover. Which one? How do we know? Sure, this one. Oh, I hope this is the one with the right staging because I did a lot of zim-zam there. Zuma never launched the Falcon 9 is fake. Yeah. But yeah, what were we saying there? Yeah, so honestly, and there's a good chance, not a good chance, but the only people that were saying that Zuma failed was only a few people out of a few different places. You know, it was like Wall Street Journal.
Oh, that SpaceX failed.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, SpaceX said they did fine. And they would have to report that because otherwise other people's missions, you know, they'd have to go into an investigation. Anytime there's any kind of failure, even if it's something as boring as payload deployment, they'll stand down and not launch anything after that. They're launching again like already next week. So SpaceX is fine. All right, let's do this. You guys ready? Why didn't you quick save? I don't need to quick save now because if I revert, I can quick save now. But it doesn't matter because our game is saved at this point. So if we go back into the VAB or whatever, it'll be at this point. All right, let's do this. You ready for this? We're gonna go ahead and pre-light these engines. Or I'm gonna do this the right way. Kind of light the liquid and then light the solids and go like that. Here we go. And ignition. And throttle up. And 3, 2, 1, hip hip. A little slower off the pad now that it doesn't have all 3 of those SRBs lighting at the same time. Or 9 of them.
Because we're saving them for later.
We're saving them for later. That'll give us that extra kick in the upper atmosphere.
You got your security cams mounted firmly?
The what? Cancer cams?
Security cameras?
Yeah, the security cameras are there. I hope they do the trick to pull the boosters away safely. I really hope they do the trick.
Pull the boosters away.
They forgot to quick save with Zuma. Uh-oh.
Hey, boy.
Oh no, we're fine. We're fine. Those are the 6. That's right. I gotta be gravity turning here. I'm gonna try and do it pretty hard because last time it was not letting me do it. So I'm just gonna be aggressive about it. So this is where, because remember, to get to space, to get out, basically space is the lack of atmosphere, right? That's actually what space is. So if we were, oh yeah, look at that.
Say goodnight, mother.
Look at that.
Man, hopefully they don't hit any Kerbals. They're not going to go down there and hit my Kerbals, are they?
I can't promise you it won't, honestly.
Ooh.
I'm tilting too fast now.
Slow down.
I'm really trying. I'm pulling all up on the sticks.
Too fast.
That got scary there, folks. I didn't know if we were going to make it out of that one. And now we are very much not gaining enough altitude.
Will you please announce when you go through Max Q? That's Dr. John's favorite part.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can pull up out of this.
Hey, Zachary, I'd like to just... You can get there, man. I've seen you do weirder and crazier stuff. Yeah, I'd like to just give a little hello to Zachary Gravelink. He just donated. Man. Thank you.
Thank you, Zachary.
He wants to know which mic is that. Now, do you mean my mic or Tim's mic, which I don't believe you can see?
Yeah, I don't think they can see my boom mic.
He said, your videos are always awesome. Thanks for what you do. Very cool.
So just to clarify the video, in the videos I use the Sennheiser shotgun mic, pretty standard issue. I don't even know. It's way cheaper than this one. This is a good. What is this one?
Mojave.
Yeah, Mojave. Like
it's made by Rhodes.
MA202 mic by Mojave.
Oh, that's the company, Mojave.
Yeah, this is awful, guys. I'm pitching up as hard as I can. We're only at 10,000 meters, and I'm barely gaining altitude. I think it's these SRBs are giving me zero control. We're ditching them. There we go. There we go. Why were they so... Oh, no. This is a night of failures, people.
But not for long. just takes a little tweaking.
Wow. I've never had so much trouble launching just a normal rocket.
Yeah, but it's got a whole little rover inside of it.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Seriously? Okay, that's not good.
Yeah.
Is this a does that rocket gimbal at the bottom, if you will?
Yeah, so see it kind of flip-flapping?
Flip that thing and get it right
We're just
back
gonna...
in. Okay,
Actually, should we let it crash? Is that part of it?
as long as there are no little green guys in there,
There's no green
to see
guys.
it crash.
Okay, and then we'll have to go back to launch.
Hey, we got to talk about Philip James here.
Philip James, thank you.
€10. So Zuma has mass. If it didn't detach, then SpaceX's second stage would burn more fuel or be on a shallower or more shallow deorbit trajectory than the planned.
That's true.
So they couldn't say it performed normally.
That's true. Yep. So here's those deorbit burns. So once a stage lets go. So after the second stage lets go of its payload, right?
Yeah.
Then what happens after that moment is they start to flip the second stage around, and then they actually do a burn that slows it down a little bit, so it purposely re-enters the atmosphere and blows up. Because they don't want space junk at this point. They'd rather have ocean junk than space junk.
Got it. Because you can get the ocean junk.
You can get the ocean junk in
easier.
it. And it goes down to the bottom, and it's...
Listen, I got to break
Fish
in
all
here.
die and stuff.
Floridian42 says, hooray. Paul Jr., thanks for your comment. SpaceX needs to launch after a 3, 2, 1 hip hip countdown. He likes that.
Yeah,
Kung Fu
they
Fat
need
Bear
that.
again is in. He says, perfect. Mike368, which, by the way, blew my doors off with his incredible amount of knowledge.
Knowledge drop.
Kerbal Way, add more reaction wheels.
Reaction wheels, yeah.
That's
what
and again,
we're
Mike,
do.
it's like we were
That's
the
what
same
we're gonna
guy. I was going to say the same thing. I feel like me and Mike are on the same
Yeah,
level.
what are reaction wheels?
Well, that when it's time to react, you can't just do it on dry land. You got to have wheels that are turning. So, just like Mike said, I agree.
You knew it. You knew the answer.
Yeah, and Venton over here would like us to add more fins or fins at all. In fact, also T. Bennett's.
He thought I was turning too early. A property gravity turn should start around 1,000 meters and end at 45 degrees at 10,000 meters. It would be a nice gradual slow, and I couldn't control the thing. It just didn't have it. So we are going to do some reaction wheels. We'll do one on each stage, or just one here. This should be fine. And I'll just take it. I'll just be a little more buttery smooth with it. I was getting a little willy-nilly with it.
Okay.
Frederick, wow. Alcohol always helps when making rockets in case be proven fact.
T is all we're working tonight.
Maybe we could. Maybe next time we snip a little.
Sneak a little something in?
Sneak a little something in the tea.
I would do that.
I'm a night tea guy kind of guy, but
What's NOK 50? What does that mean, NOK?
that's I believe that's
North Korean money?
not North. No,
wasn't
okay,
sure.
yeah. I believe that is a kroner from like Norway, North.
Oh.
Or wait, maybe not. Is that a Norwegian krone?
Frederick, where are you from? It sounds Frederick with a K at the end. It does sound very Norwegian.
Yeah, it's probably Norwegian.
I'm guessing Oslo.
I'm gonna guess Bergen
Bergen?
or Ulsund.
Let's see where he's from. He's going to tell us. Frederick, where are you from?
I can't wait.
Norway. Boom.
Norway. Now we're at Norway.
Oslo?
I'm still going something. I bet he's. I mean, everyone's. Wait, there's Oslo.
Hey,
Let's see.
there's a lot of places in Norway.
Let's see. Wait,
What's
did
he
we miss
say?
it? It's
No, he said Oslo.
in Oslo. Dang it! It's Oslo.
I could sense it. Me and Mike were probably thinking the same thing. Mike was like, Oslo. I was like, yeah, probably Oslo. Thanks, Mike, 360.
Oh, okay. Remember to add solar panels to the second stage so you don't run out of power before Duna. That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Okay, you're right.
Ian's still in your hot chocolate for the win. It's more like tea. It's a tea. But, Ian the Pineapple, you have my heart.
Check my thrust to weight ratio. We got enough thrust to weight ratio. We actually do.
Okay.
We have enough.
I got to get to Mike 368. Mikey 368. What a reaction wheel is just a gyroscope on steroids.
Yes, this is correct.
Okay. It has 6 gyros, which spin at a very high RPM, and that causes forces 3 or 6. I don't know, a few. That's what a real hero would say is I don't know, when he really does know.
That's the truth, guys. If someone whips out an answer, why is there a doorbell going on?
I don't hear it, man. I think that might be in your head.
No, but that's on my phone.
Oh, got it. Should I head downstairs and check it out?
I mean, we could probably do this.
Oh, just look at it.
Just-
Let's
we'll
show
just
our
look at it.
viewers, see who's at the front door.
What if they're gonna watch a murder live? Oh, it's Audrey getting the mail. Oh, it's not that exciting.
It's just his wife getting the mail. But man, you really had my heart racing there. Especially when I heard the sound actually coming from them.
Yeah, it's like a
front door.
gunshot. That's just the mail. Is it?
Twice? How many times do you get the mail in a day?
And now she's bringing... What if she murders us?
Oh, that would be something for the ages.
Yeah.
She's such a kind person. It would be odd. It looks like the consensus here is that everyone wants fins.
Everyone wants fins, but the Delta II doesn't have fins. We don't need fins. I'll just do a better job flying.
We don't need no fins, girl. Said we don't need no fins.
girl.
We don't need no fins, girl. Said we don't need no fins.
All right, you ready for this?
We don't need no fins, girl.
Ready?
Said we don't need no fins. We don't need no fins, girl. Said we don't need no fins. Come on. We don't need no fins,
1, hip,
girl.
hip, go!
We don't need no fins.
Oh.
We don't need no fins, girl. Said we don't need no fins. We don't need no fins, girl. We don't need no fins. We don't need no fins, girl. We don't need no fins. Come on, it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime.
Lunchtime?
Is it lunchtime or is it launch time? We don't know. We don't care, but we're hungry for space.
Full space.
Hungry for space. Come on.
Hungry for space. So I was trying to tell you last time
Yeah.
about how you have to go up to get out of... To get into space, you basically have to go up, right?
Whoa, that I could figure that.
So
out.
if you climbed a ladder high enough, you'd eventually get into space, 62 miles in altitude, 100 kilometers in altitude, right? And space is literally just the lack of an atmosphere. That's about the only thing that defines... I gotta work on our gravity turn here, sorry. Okay, we are gonna do fine now with this reaction, I think. Boom, lighten up, we got that hot fire. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so... But if you just go straight up in a rocket and straight back down, you're going to fall right back where you started, right? You might get up into space and come back down. That's called suborbit.
But wind.
But wind?
Would wind push you off course?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's
I'm sorry,
exactly right. No, you're exactly right. Wind could push you off course, just a little. But you'd land essentially in the same place, right? Now, in order to stay in space, you have to be going on Earth 17,500 miles an hour. And that's 27,000 kilometers an hour. Sideways, basically. You have to be going that way. This arc, so you'll see as we speed up, this arc, just like if you're throwing a ball, you know, it's going to fall. But if you keep throwing it, and throw it further and further and further away, look, it's going to keep growing and get further until it never ends up falling and hitting the ground. And that's what orbit is.
Next thing you know, you're coming back around and it's going over your head.
It's just going back over your head. It'd come right back where you started from, really. Except for if we have to go up. But like on the moon, if you're on the highest point in the moon and you threw a ball fast enough or shot a bullet, it would actually come right back around and pop you in the back of the head.
Like instantly?
No, it'd have to travel. You can duck.
Take some time.
You got some time to duck, but imagine just seeing a bullet whizzing by you after you launch, like
would it
20 minutes later or something.
Is it like 20 minutes?
Why is this? I'm fighting this thing again. Why does it always want to?
Oh no, we lost.
That was dirty.
We lost all of them.
No, that's fine. They needed to go. Why was it fighting me like that again? Why does it always want to go so shallow? We should have been way higher by now. This is bad. This is bad. I've never had problems like this.
I gotta respond to your mic. What a reaction!
We don't have to read every. Like if this is a pair, read it kind of in case it's something that talks about.
Well, anything
dirty
Mike
underwear.
says, I want to read it out loud
That's
because
true.
Mike is unbelievable.
Mike knows what he's talking about.
Take a bicycle wheel with little weights on it, and if you take that shaft, then hold it in front of you. Oh, it's a gyroscope. That's a gyroscope. I know that.
That's what reaction was.
And then Paul Jr. says, don't get murdered. You will miss Falcon Heavy launch. That will be sad.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that Tim's wife has, I
Non-murderous.
think, decided not to murder us.
Potentially. Consensus.
Most likely.
We'll see. So, do we have any other great... They can... Jeep Talk Show can see their house from here. That's where the Jeep... Because Jeep's on the mountain. That's where they live. Jeep Talk
funny.
Show. Hangs out there. They're... What do they say when the Jeep? Trail rated. It's trail rated.
Oh, it's trail rated for this
For mountains.
Mountain.
Speaking of...
Fort Hood.
The Opportunity Rover that's in here, it was designed for 15-degree inclination changes.
Okay.
Guess what it ended up doing?
25.
30. That little rover
It's just this
doubled.
Spirit of its own.
Spirit and opportunity. Spirit of the opportunity to do better than spirit.
Spirit of the opportunity. No,
I like that.
I'm not gonna do
that
that.
was the best one.
For real?
So
Spirit of the opportunity.
Yeah, this is great.
Come slowly over time. This is stupid. We're just roaming through the red dirt and the cold.
It's cold.
Looking for Matt Damon and his friends.
I don't think they ever have done that.
They didn't go?
I mean,
He's
That
living
was a
off
movie.
potatoes. daddy made out of poop.
That's half true. Yeah.
What a movie. What a great movie.
That was one of your better songs, though. I like how...
I can't believe you like that.
I don't like the ones that are like... Ding,
oh, you like a theme. You like a real theme song.
Ding. No, I just don't like... Well, I like the... I would prefer like more of a nice just tickle of the ivories on the strings.
Oh, really?
It's something... Instead of like I'm just not a chunky kind of guy.
Oh, you don't want the chunkin' and stuff.
No, yeah. The chunky is bluesy.
Even at takeoff.
Maybe at takeoff, depending on what it is. But I just don't want that... You
just want to just stroll through some pipes.
This is still the worst launch I've ever done.
Wind. You want wind here.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically. They're right that I need to move the center of lift, but I can't move the center of lift. It's a fairing, so I would love to. I should have just not done such an aggressive gravity turn. We probably would have been fine. We could have gone like at 7,000 and been done with the gravity turn at like 15,000. Would have been solved all of our problems, but we're going to see how we do. We are not going to have enough to get into... yeah. Well, maybe we do. That is the ugliest launch I've ever seen in my life. I 100% agree. Yeah, we probably won't make it. I need to just stick a mainsail on there. Stop being a wuss. Put a mainsail on there. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not even paying attention here. It's probably because I'm too busy jib-jabbing.
Are you supposed to... Oh, my. Is that...
I mean...
That's okay?
Yeah. Pairing deploy, fairing deploy. There we go. We picked up a little extra delta V. We got opportunity in there. This is still not going great, though. Oh, yeah, gravity loss. People are talking about gravity loss. We could stick a mainsail on there. Am I attempting a Mangalayan Marsens? Oh, Haney Oheim says they don't really like the music, but he is pretty, so they'll keep listening. That's 2 compliments.
Very nice. Although the first one was a sort of a compliment with a walk back. It was funny, though. I got to say, I won't forget it soon. Kung Fu Fat Bear, who is right here and awesome. Uncle Dad played a full-on rock song.
I'm just going to nix that. Full-on rock song.
Kung Fu Fat Bear says he wants full-on rock, baby.
But then when you have an acoustic guitar like that, it just sounds like Tenacious D. And you're not the rocker between the two of us. You don't know anything about that. Are you just ripping off?
Gotta be careful.
You're ripping off?
Eye of the Liger.
It's the die trigger. This is easily the ugliest launch I've personally ever done.
Eye of the Liger.
I gotta then on the last note go like major. The last chord. Yeah.
But who's paying attention?
Everyone. Literally all of them are. Every person right
Bill
now.
CZY says play them power chords. Oh, we got a flat earther here. Benoit P.
Yeah, we'll just ignore them, honestly.
Flat earth.
Oh, I don't want those top RCS.
Moses Huffturf says, hey, EA, have you heard of Eutropia?
Nope. Ethiopia. No idea. Sounds like they're misspelling Ethiopia.
Oh, I've heard of Ethiopia.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what they're talking about, though, to be honest.
Oh.
Okay, so we have 1,300 meters per second of Delta V. This, if we can get there on that, oh my word.
Say my name. Plux World.
We are going to be the spiciest potatoes. I'm going to start like here. 2 minutes to figure out this maneuver. Oh, great. We're going to run into our own... Okay, I'm just going to do this and plus an orbit. Okay. I just learned about that. If you can add orbits so you don't run into the moon and stuff. Let's see how much Delta V this is going to take. Oh, 900 is all? We can get out there. We can do this. Oh, we didn't even target it. Oh my gosh, we're going to do this. No problem. Even with the ugliest launch in the world, we still prevail. Okay, and then we'll set the... Oh my word. We got an encounter with the sloppiest thing I've ever done on this planet, basically. Wow. I like... You gotta be asking questions here. I'm doing some hot stuff.
I know.
Man,
I guess I just don't understand any of it.
So we're in orbit.
Whoa.
Right?
Oh, just that far? We're like, what, 2 or 3 miles away?
We are 300 kilometers away.
Oh, it's like 2 or 3 miles.
300.
You said kilometers, which is like a mile.
Well, 1.6 kilometers is 1
We're a long
mile.
ways away.
Or 0.62 miles is 1 kilometer.
Yeah, I too used to dabble in kilos.
Yeah, you would have had to for pole vaulting, right?
That's right.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to prepare for this. There we go.
Hey, Flynn Bryant, can't believe you made it.
Hey, it took me 3 chances, 3 tries to get into orbit.
You did it,
That's
though.
embarrassing.
Why is there an airplane flying around like that?
I've got like a thing called the Strange Eve.
Oh, this is from past?
Yeah, these are other things. I should show you that. That thing's really cool.
So you've participated in space junking.
You're right. I should be deorbiting all this stuff. Okay, we got 1 more orbit to go. Otherwise, we might run into the moon. We don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a 1 and 7 second burn. We're going to start at 33 seconds away. Oh, we got 1 more orbit. Did this. Okay, here we go. Here is our real thing. We could just warp to there, but
Racer MX119 has captured my attention. He says, EA, tell Uncle Dad about the delay in communication to Mars.
oh yeah, there is a
2 or 3 second delay, like a bad cell phone
20
reception.
minute delay.
Oh boy.
20 to 40 minutes, depending on how far away Mars is, because it can be on the opposite side of the sun, basically, at some points. The time delay can be 20 to 40 minutes or something like that, and that's one way. So say you send a message, it takes 20 minutes at the speed of light.
What is it that's going? A light wave? What is
It's
it?
a radio wave, a radio frequency.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, it's crazy, isn't it? I didn't know the Delta had Vernier engines that help steer. That would have helped so much. I could have put those on there, and that would have solved our problems.
Dang it.
Oh man.
Let's keep going. They
Flynn
said fins.
Bryant.
They did say fins, though. Is that?
But those aren't fins. These
they're
are
not
little
fins,
engines
okay.
like a Soyuz. They have Vernier
Bradley Graham
engines.
says, I was also a pole vaulter. Hey, Bradley, we got that in common.
Hey, that's cool. That's really cool.
Haddon Gooch says 3 to 20 minutes on that communication.
3 to 20. 3 to 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corey
And-
Newhart's about to go to bed. Radio is light. Oh, Chet Corey comes right in and supports Uncle Dad. Says radio is light.
I mean, yeah, technically.
What?
I mean,
What?
well, no, wait. Radio is not light.
Radio is light.
No, it's
I
not.
agree with Chet.
It's a wave. They're both wavelengths.
Muito Deora says radio is light.
It's not light.
It is, according to our friends here.
It's a wavelength.
What is it?
Visible light. So light is defined as the visible spectrum between infrared and ultraviolet. I think is light waves. Is radio light waves?
Pipe in here, people. Is radio light? Oh,
Wow.
radio is
This
light.
stretched out. Wow. I just had my Earth sun around the Earth.
Dad comes through with the answer for the first time. Radio is light.
This is the first.
You know what?
This is the first.
I came here to learn and to help people who out there are like, I can't say anything because I'm too dumb. Me too. But now you're learning as well.
But
Everyone's
now we got
learning.
Paul Jr. going, light is a radio wave.
Oh.
That's the exact
Hey.
opposite of what we just said. Which
The debate is off. Mikey368 says, yes, radio is a form of light. And no, you are saying it. Visible light. What? So does that mean we're both right?
I guess they're just interchangeable. But I just didn't know you could define it as
Potato.
potato.
That's right.
Potato, tomato.
You
Tomato,
say potato.
I say gramata.
Gramata.
Here's what we're going to do. Ready for this one? We're going to keep the upper stage here, even though they wouldn't do that in real life. We're going to zip out here.
Can you
and
give
we're
me,
gonna do-
where's Zuma? Where are we going?
Zuma would be
No.
probably somewhere around the planet. Okay,
Where are we
so
going? Where's Mars?
here is Kerbin or Earth, or
Looks super earthy to me, but whatever. Oh my gosh.
and here is where Mars is right now, right?
Mother
So
Teresa.
what I did is I sped up enough to break free of Earth's orbit. So if you speed up enough, it raises your aperture to your highest point until it literally won't come back.
You're out there.
Yep, you're just out there, and so that's exactly what we're doing now.
Got
We're on
out of the
escape.
vacuum.
It's not a vacuum.
Oh.
Well, no, it is a vacuum. It is a vacuum. It is a vacuum. It is
if
a
Mike
vacuum.
says
It
it's
is
a vacuum, it's going to be a vacuum. So I don't
It's
care
a
what you
vacuum.
say.
But the vacuum isn't what holds it. That's gravity. So it's quick. Someone says quick save, which we need to do. It is escape velocity. You are beyond. I actually don't know how.
The speed that keeps you there. The speed that keeps you here.
You get
now I'm somewhere else.
Basically, yeah.
I'm getting magnetized to something else.
Not magnet.
Magnet?
It's more like a trampoline and some
I've seen,
bowling balls.
I think I've seen a guy do
kind of
like a science teacher do that kind of thing. All right, cool.
It's not a total It's darn close.
Do you launch model rockets?
We've launched some model rockets. We've launched some bad.
Yeah, I got a great Instagram video of people.
Oh, remember when I strapped a model rocket to that foam plane?
Yeah, that's fun.
And it almost took my head off.
Wow, that's fun.
Because it had a weight in it too, and it came back at 80 miles an hour.
Like that bullet that you shot in space.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly. It went into orbit around my head and almost conked my head off.
I bring them right back around.
Yeah, you bring it right back. So here's what we're gonna go to our ascending node, and we're gonna do a maneuver. So this is where, like, okay, so say you have two orbits. Say one's like crooked, like this, where they match. That's called your ascending or descending node, depending on if you're going up or down. And so we're gonna line them up so that we make sure we end up smacking right into Mars, because otherwise we might go above it, we might go below it,
and that could cost us days or weeks,
and just like a lot of fuel to try to correct that later. So we'll do it right at the point where they meet. We'll straighten those orbits out,
and you still have room for tiny adjustments.
Oh, we have 6 to 9 months for adjustments, basically. But we want to do this maneuver. Oh, here we're gonna have to do this. I forgot to turn off comms because we don't need this. Because we're not playing like that. We don't care.
We don't care, Wayne.
This isn't about Wayne Gretzky. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky.
This is not about Wayne Gretzky. This has literally nothing to do with Wayne Gretzky. Okay, we're gonna go here to the ascending node. This is the place where the 2 points intercept. I'm gonna put a thing so we can kind of plan. This is a maneuver node. This is how you plan your maneuvers, like your changes and
rolls and tip down, kind of
dip, duck, dive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So right now, this is where we would miss Mars by this much.
Just
by 18 million meters.
All right. A couple miles.
A lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically lower, so our intercept gets closer and closer. See that?
Yeah.
La da dee da da da.
La da dee.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now we're going to bring it in.
This view. This is a beautiful view, actually.
So we're going to bring this in so that it intercepts, and we want it to go on this side of Mars. We want to go whoosh and spin out because that's the way Mars spins.
And we're going to
slower.
We're
going to come in so fast that if we don't hit that atmosphere, we will go right past Mars. We're going to do something called aero braking. And I don't know. I don't think they did this with Opportunity.
Are we coming in against the grain, basically, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. Well, we're going with the orbit of the planet's spinning this way. We're going to come in that way so we don't have to, otherwise you have to like cancel out that extra velocity, if you went against it.
Okay.
So we're going to come with it, like landing on an aircraft carrier.
Okay.
But we're going to use the air on the planet has 1% of the atmosphere as Earth does.
Okay.
But you're going so fast that it can compress that 1% of air and slow you down significantly.
Free stop.
Free stop. Exactly.
We'll take what we can get.
We will take everything we can get here. So I'm just gonna. Oh, baby.
Paul Jr. has some. He has some talent to drop on us here. He says, "Uncle Dad will love this," and I already do. Knowledge is knowing tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not put any tomato in a fruit salad. That's wisdom. You know what it is, but you know it ain't gonna work with your cantaloupes, your muskmelons, if you will, your grapes.
Maybe it's because I didn't read it. That nothing has made less sense to me than that. Say it again.
Paul Jr. speaks to me.
You're right. He's not necessarily.
Uncle Dad will love this one. Knowledge is knowing that tomato is a fruit. It's a fruit.
Right.
Do you put it in a fruit salad?
No. Okay. Gotcha.
Wisdom
Gotcha.
is to not put any tomato in a fruit salad. It's a fruit.
Okay.
But we know we ain't going to put that in with like grapes and watermelon and things like that.
Got it.
Wouldn't make sense.
Wouldn't make sense.
It's knowledge. That's wisdom. Sorry, that's wisdom.
This is why
I love this.
You're here. Why Paul's here.
I'm just a guy, man. I'm just a dad.
We got to speed up here to our maneuver node, even though we don't need to. Really.
Duna is the thing I was looking for. Thank you, KLS. Samuel Kemp says, Uncle Dad, your voice is ASMR, which I think is.
I don't know.
It's a bad thing.
Smooth.
Marauder. Rover.
More.
Oh, it's about the rover. It's a smooth Mars rover. Dang, man.
That's a compliment.
That feels good to me. I'm going to sing some more then. Thank you.
I am going to do this maneuver burn, so we're bringing this orbit down here.
A smooth Mars rover. It's a smooth march over.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Oh.
Wow. Apparently everyone knew that. How does everyone know that, guys?
Tree Sniper 12's got our back though. He says AMSR equals a smooth
Why? What's happening? I just totally missed our maneuver.
Okay, I'd like to welcome our boy CY Zin. He's a new sponsor.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Thank you, CY Zin. That's awesome. And welcome. I am now backtracking because I don't know why I was hitting the thing and it didn't. Maybe I clicked something over here. Someone just wants me to quick save so much. Alright, let's just get it in here. So now I'm just basically using RCS to make this maneuver a little bit closer. We're going to go ahead and intercept the atmosphere here. This is not nearly as clean as it was just a second ago. So we're going to fix that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to turn on smooth controls. And we're just going to play around until we find what it is we were looking for. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I promise. People are probably so disappointed. I'm just gonna play around. What was that?
It's experimentation, man. Some people like to experiment on the fly.
Like what I'm doing right now.
Exactly, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, but it sounded awful. My poor perennials.
I feel like I'm out of tune. The guitar was cold. I think maybe it's out of tune a little bit.
Did you hear? Is perennial like a flower thing?
Yeah, it's like a flower that blooms in the winter.
Why am I having just the worst time with this whole mission? Like, this should be the easiest thing. Just getting a nice, clean maneuver like we had. And it's fighting me like Susan Sarandon. Who's that? Actually,
Alien. She's from Alien. Nope, that's not Susan Sarandon. Susan Sarandon is like a...
Hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to ditch
actually
the stage.
Gorgeous, beautiful, older lady, movie star.
We're going to ditch the stage so we... Oh, no, that stage had our RCS.
We lost the rover? Come back to me, RCS.
Someone wanted me to quick save. When's the last time I quick saved?
It was like just a couple minutes ago. I think we're not too far away, man.
What if we're way far back?
Luckily, these guys are keeping us in check here.
Yeah, Racer agrees. This is the ugliest mission they've ever seen. This is the ugliest mission anyone has ever seen. Oh, we got our maneuver node back. That's probably a good thing, because that was the ugliest maneuver node maneuver I've ever seen in my life. Alright, we are going to speed up here, zip-zap up to our maneuver node. No, I didn't forget F5. I F5'd. Don't worry. Here we go. We're going to get right up in here. Okay. Alright, let's do this again. Let's clean this up, because that was bad all around. Okay, for some reason our maneuver node changed, but here we go. We're going to do that burn. I'm not going to get distracted.
You like chicken McNuggets?
I can't say I'm a fan, to be honest. Is that upsetting?
A little bit. Hey, Camilo Muriel says, my 7-year-old son loves your space videos. I have a 7-year-old son as well, and he loves them as well. Mastercrafter 3, we lost this $1 billion rover because it has left the shop early. So, yeah.
Who lost?
Can you say why the amount of mass that a rocket can carry if it wants to go to low orbit to Mars is so different?
What was the question?
It's gone too fast. I've lost it. It's too fast.
We need like better moderating tools, don't we?
Is it me? Is that what you're saying?
No. We need a better moderator. Guys, screw it. I'm just going to fly over the pole because I know we can get that. We can get that and counter. Maybe. Man, why is it all wish-wash? Okay, we're just going to adjust it when we get there. Okay, we're just going to get there and we're going to change our course once we get there. That's what we're going to do. I think that's a cover. No, don't want to find no more. Don't want to find no more. I don't want to find no more.
Oh, you're right.
I just sang it now. I just ruined it.
Well, it wasn't until you did that. I mean, it's just
now I ruined it.
Now we've gotten
now
sued.
I just
now
got
we're
sued.
Luckily, I'm not in on the LLC here.
Oh. We will be going normal, anti-normal once we get a little closer. That's what we're going to do. Oh, Thomas Joseph, Spaceman, that's me. You have a question, let's hear it. I'll see if I can answer it. So far, I'm an 0 for 10 tonight. I didn't know about light waves and radio waves. I flew this thing like a drunk captain on a old sad boat.
Don't be hard on yourself, man.
Can we peek at the craft for a second? Yeah. This is the craft. And inside here is Mars Rover, the Opportunity. Hi, buddy. But we need this. This is his shell that he's going to re-enter with. Or her. People keep wanting Space Oddity, but I feel like we keep trying to tell them that we can't.
What if I made my own version of Space Oddity?
Yeah, just like change it a little bit.
This is Uncle Dad to Astronaut.
No, that's fine. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, let me figure that out. I'll be right with you.
Oh, God. Do you need to leave the room?
Oh, maybe.
All right. So Dylan wants to know when my second album is coming out. When I get the first one done. I am still just continually adding to my own music. And someday that will be the case. Okay, I'm going to pull a trick from my old friend. An old trick from my friend Carl. He says point it prograde, but put the nose north, and then he can make easy adjustments like this. Okay. Okay, so now if we want to go south, I think we just go south. We do a little burn. I'm gonna look at.
All of my work was for nothing. I can't figure out the song.
And then how to change it?
It's too hard.
You gotta know the song.
This is Uncle Dad to Astronaut.
There you go.
I'm looking for the moon.
It's perfect,
but it's too hard to find. Is that a Buckeye? Why has it got those tips? Oh, it's like a North and South Pole.
That's literally what it is.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And it's colder.
Are we there right now?
We are working on our perfect
trajectory
entry. And we're just making sure we're going to have a...
Paul Jr., drunk captain. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
You're fine. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get us on the surface, basically, before I give up. Like right now, we're going to go 6,000. Ooh, that might be cutting a little too close. 7,000 meters. We're going to fly right over this pole. We're going to do it, guys. What mods are we using? Only one right now, trajectory. Oh, and Kerbal Engineering, KERS. That's it. I really wish that I had these. I meant to make this on its own stage. So now we have to lug this big old second stage around. Is an encounter with the rotation of Mars more efficient than slowing down with gravity assist but coming against rotation? It's always better to go with the rotation. Again, like you're landing on an aircraft carrier. You don't have to cancel out as much velocity. All right, let's do this maneuver here. I'm going to come in really, really, really spicy. That's going to put us in orbit. And then we'll come back around on the next shot. All right, let's find this baby. All right, here we go. We're flying in. Here's Mars. See it coming up?
Is that our sun or Mars' sun? Oh, my. She's coming fast.
Wait, why are we going left? I thought we're going... Oh, Tim.
Flying right over the North Pole, man.
And on the wrong side of the planet. I am failing.
Is there a wrong side of the planet?
Yes, like I am going anti-normal. This is the worst I think I've ever failed on anything in life. Wow. I'm just going to wing it, which looks like it's doing worse.
Isaac Spiegel's got something for me. This is Uncle Dad to Astronaut. He's really got the chords for me. It's feeling kind of cold, and I'm wondering if we'll ever make it there. I only could read 4 of them before it went.
Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to land on the North Pole. We're going to hope that we have enough heat shield to survive this entry. This is bad. This is very, very bad. We're going to go radial out. We're gonna burn with our remaining monoprop out. This is so bad. We're gonna burn all that off. Can I jettison the poodle? I forget.
Frederick popped in here. He said, alcohol is still an option when you fail in life or in game. Have a little drink.
That's true.
What do they like to drink in Oslo? Is it vodka? I bet they like whiskey. I bet they like whiskey in Oslo. I bet they like whiskey. I bet they like vodka. I bet they like a...
Probably skunky beers, like a Heineken and Stella stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Beck's.
Sure, a Beck.
Beck.
Australian for beer.
Here we go.
That was a bad accent.
Here we go. This is what we're going to do right here. We're just going to do this. That's our best option. We're doing it.
Hey, thanks, Paul Jr., for linking Everyday Astronaut. Oh, it's not. Never mind. That's not a link. He's just asking, what are your realistic expectations of Falcon Heavy?
I think it's gonna happen. Be good. I think it's gonna be good. Where's my art? Sorry, I gotta remember what action group I put these on. Oh, hi, that's the action group I put those on. Jeez, what is?
John Eric says, I relinquished my mission suggestion rights.
Because I'm failing so bad.
Poopbot says, Uncle Dad's basically my Space Oddity parody is weirdly pleasing. This is Uncle Dad to Astronaut.
All right, here we go. We're just doing it.
You're dropping onto Mars, and it feels.
Here we go, guys.
So
this is it. This is it. Goodbye, everybody. I hope we survive this.
Why aren't we gonna survive? I feel confident, man.
Because we are coming in really spicy.
Oh, it's like hot? You're coming in fast?
I think so. I mean, we're coming in fast. We're coming in.
Is it because we're coming in the wrong rotation of the Mars?
We're coming in right over the North Pole, which is interesting.
Because there's not as much rotation at the points, at the pivot points.
We want to use that rotation normally.
So that's why we're coming in where there's not as much rotation.
No, you want the rotation.
But we're coming in the wrong spot because it's not as much rotation.
Oh, yes.
Got it. I'm glad we got that worked out.
You normally just want to go around the equator. I mean,
are you at all concerned that our craft is on fire?
No, because we have a big, old, dirty heat shield right
Give me
here.
that shield, baby.
That is going to protect us on our way to the end.
Give me that shield, baby.
Jeep Talk Show points out that those aren't airbags. We're playing stock, so we didn't do airbags, but we are doing like a pedal deployment system. You'll see. It's not legitimate. If we wanted to, I just want to play stock so that it looks...
others can do it.
Others can do it easily without having to download a bunch of mods.
We don't need to mess around with our hard drives.
Yeah,
that means.
My hard drive is already full.
Okay. Paul Jr. says crash in bien.
Bien.
Neuropilot is loving it.
All right, here we go. Craft's not hot. Yeah, we're fine. We are fine. See, the atmosphere is slowing us down. I should show you what it's doing now. Here, look at this. It put us into orbit for a brief second.
We're tightening up that rotation.
Because now we're slowing down, and we're just going to end up zip-zapping.
Hopefully we brought our snowsuits.
Ooh, I want this up here. Which one is my Drogue? Drogue? Yeah, those. We brought our snowsuits, yes. We're going to make it. Here we go. Drogue chutes are activated, so once they get to a certain altitude, these parachutes will deploy. We do have to save some of our RCS here because we're going to want to make sure we have that to be able to tip ourselves upright if we land at an angle. We're going to need that. Why is his name Uncle Dad? Because he's uncle to everyone, dad to son. Four.
Although I feel like a dad to others too. Sometimes I'm like a dad to adults.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I don't want to be your dad here, but I'm going to have to and tell you to stop doing that crap.
Yeah, because he's an Uncle Dad.
Look at those stocking caps. Just to keep you warm.
To keep you, that's what they're there for. So we deployed some Drogue chutes, right? And those are the ones that deploy early, because if you deploy a big old parachute, it'll rip your face off, it'll rip everything off, it'll rip everything. Yeah, exactly. So you start with some small ones that work in a thin atmosphere. Now that they're deployed, normally we'd actually cut these and then pull the big ones, but we're just going to keep them on.
Because we have extra speed that we need to burn off, is that right?
We got we're still falling at 60 kilometers per second.
Don't you know we're still
meters per second, sorry, not kilometers per second. That'd be very, very fast.
Don't you know?
They look just like 1980s Madonna. They did. They literally did, Terrence. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Don't you
Look at this. There's our real parachutes.
We're still falling.
I'm just sad that we're not going to be in the red part of Mars, so people won't recognize that we're landing on Mars. It just looks like we're landing in Antarctica.
So high.
The screenshot's going to be bad. Wow. Now we're just falling. We're doing it.
We're still falling.
We're going to speed up falling because falling would take a very long time at this point. We have ground terrain. Where's my altitude? 400 meters left. 450 meters up here in this. Guy's showing me our real altitude.
So high.
But now we're low.
Getting low.
All right, here we go. Now here's the thing.
Don't you know?
I put that RCS on here, these little thrusters up here.
Got it.
Those are there to make sure that when we land, we don't roll over. Oh, we gotta jettison this heat shield.
What does that mean, jettison?
Get rid of it.
Jetsons.
I hope it gets out of there a little bit.
Oh,
Good.
we're really close to the ground.
Yeah. And now here's our thrusters to make sure we land upright and stay upright.
Oh, little sconces to keep us right.
Look at that.
We just drive, pop the walls, drive off our platform.
Ready?
Oh my gosh. We're making gravy.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Oh, let's make sure we pop the walls first instead of pop the
Oh my gosh.
Rover
You
first.
got to ram the rover into the walls.
Quick saving.
You have been
Here we
too
go.
much time in space, my friend.
3,
Too
2,
much
1.
time in space.
Pip.
It's not so... Look at that, man.
And here...
Man, those things blast way out of the way, don't
Yeah,
they?
in real life, they actually are attached
fall.
and they don't even fall. They
But here it's like,
mechanically open.
bang, I'm
Yeah,
out.
because I'm dumb. So here we go. That's our rover, and it's not going anywhere.
Hey, I got to say goodbye to Mikey368, and I really have to go. It's almost 6 a.m. here. Have to be at a gathering in around 5 hours.
Oh, maybe I'm playing around.
I think Paul Jr. and Mike are still trying to figure out light is radio.
That's still the topic. Oh, here we go. I've got control. We are
Dang,
on
dude, we are
the
cruising.
surface.
That thing looks like it's moving at a nice little clip.
Look at this.
We did it, man. You know what? Every time you shocked me.
It took 3 times this time, though.
3 times this. Think about what space actually took. Space exploration took
Think
300
about
times.
what space took.
What did it take to get
Look
space?
how zip-zap this guy's.
Flying.
I'm just going to spin around. We can go wherever we want on Mars.
Zap speed.
Zip-zap speed.
Zip zap speed.
Zip-zap speed.
Will you
Wow.
drop your shields? And
Oh,
let me
man.
ride through zip
Left the lens
zap
caps in the cameras.
speed.
Oh, man.
So fast.
I can't believe this. Look at how he's just running away from home.
Don't even care.
What if the throttle was just stuck on a rover when they landed and it just did
Thank you
this?
very much is what I'd say. So now we're flying. We get to see more stuff. Who cares about the treachery of Mars? Although I gotta say, it doesn't look so scary from here.
Look at this. When you
Oh.
zoom out and you realize it's got a long ways to
What do we have,
explore.
like a month to get to the end of that?
I mean, if we wanted to get, it looks like we're moving quick, but if we want to get like down, where it matters,
With the red stuff.
man, I don't like
Give me
how
the red.
overexposed.
Give
it
me
is.
the
I'm
red.
gonna try to fix that overexposure because that's as a
How-
photographer.
Honest, how long to get me into the red?
At 9 meters, 10 meters per second.
That's fast. 10 meters per second.
That is fast.
It's
actually.
fast.
Yeah.
That's like 22 miles per hour.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Some of the best pole vaulters in history ran at 10 meters per second at the end.
See,
of the
you know
race.
something. This is why you're here. Where's my shadow?
Hey, Mike's pumped about the ending. He's. I think everyone is excited. Kung Fu Fat Bear, Mikey368 are all excited that we got onto land.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have to be. Oh, look at that. Now we don't have. There we go. Now it's not just overexposed.
I'd also
That's
think
way better.
Mark Schmidt, he said, "You finally played Uncle Tom. I applaud you." I'm not sure if that's the right
Oh!
song, but
Oh!
gosh, no. Oh, that's why that top wheel is there. We're okay.
Just doing some stunts.
It's not okay. It's not okay. It's
Just
not
doing
okay.
some stunts. Just doing stunts.
She's going noseborn right now. Oh no. What about those? We need those little like cones on there, right?
Oh, just stunting.
I'm just stunned. I was just stunned.
Can you believe that? I just wanted to drive into the sunset. That's all I was trying to do, and I almost ruined it for everybody. There we go. This is going to be the shot that we ended on. Driving off into the sunset.
We got a photographer on our hands. Obviously, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Just driving into
Look at that. If that doesn't almost make you want to cry. until that happened.
We just rendered down through the planet. It seems unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
You did it.
Guys.
Oh, we did it.
Can you believe that?
Yes. You did it.
This is great. I'm actually really happy now. This ended up being a really good mission.
Riding off into the sunset. Gold Addy Award.
I want it to just go straight up silhouette. Oh, they couldn't see our sun because our shot was covering. Here, I'm just going to give them that same shot. I'm going to
get rid of us, man. They don't need us. They just need the sound.
No.
Oops.
That was the wrong button.
It was going to play the video finally.
Yeah, now it wants to play the video. Apparently all my key bindings got messed up. Okay, we're going to do this. Ready? This is that beautiful shot I was working with. Watch this. Ready? Ready?
Thanks, Tubular Topher.
Look at that. Oh! I kind of want to cry. Oh, not that again, though. I don't want to see the...
She renders below the surface. It ain't real.
Look at that. That's so cool. That's really cool.
It's beautiful.
I like that. That's why I love this game. This game just still makes me giddy and happy, even when you've played it.
Look at the shadow it's casting
for 1,500 hours
on
or
the planet.
something stupid.
Look at the shadow it's casting on the planet.
You're right.
The frailty is there.
Wow, guys. That's
great. Off into the sunset.
I can't believe that. Okay, well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's probably going to do it for the show this week.
That's awesome.
Here's what we're going to do. This is it for this stream. We're going to do this whenever we can, but I think there's a chance next week, guys, I'll be heading down to Falcon Heavy. So, if that's the case, you won't see us next week.
God.
If I'm in town and I can do it, we will be doing this every Wednesday night at the same time. And they'll be posted afterwards right away so you guys can watch them. So don't worry about, don't worry about having to catch it live. It's fun, but
rewatch is just as good.
Rewatch is just, you're watching the same pixels.
It later tonight.
You're watching the same pixels.
I'm
you
obsessed with myself.
But the thing is, guys, I'll be doing this whenever I can. It's fun. But we also have some SpaceX launches coming up. I think on the 30th right now they're planning a GovSat or something, or an SES mission or something. I'll be live streaming that, so join me for that. Stay tuned. I'm working on scripting a video for Rocket Lab. We just finished. It's an 8-page script. That means it's going to be almost a 20-minute long video all about Rocket Lab and their exciting Electron rocket. We compare it against other small sat launchers like the upcoming Vector, the Pegasus from Orbital ATK, the Falcon 1, which is past. We even compare it to one of my favorite rocket companies, which is Zero to Infinity and their Balloon Star. So, yeah, it's going to be great. And Mark Schmidt, thank you. Wonderful voice, Falcon Heavy hype. That's another voice compliment for you there. Wow. He does have a great voice. Well, thank you guys. There's a lot more coming, so stay tuned. What time on Wednesday? We do 9 Central, which I think is 3 UTC. So, yeah. I just want to thank you guys again for hanging out. We had a great time here. So,
is there any way to show them that shot again? That is just... Maybe don't show them that one. This was awesome. I mean...
They just missed it. They just missed it.
She blew up. What did happen?
I honestly have no idea.
I was like looking at that. I'm like, dang, that's beautiful. I feel like we've
literally.
I feel like we're in there. I feel like we're there. And then it blew up. We don't want to ruin this thing. It was
good
great.
Night, guys.
It just went over the horizon.
We can't recover that. Good night. Well, I wanted for that to work. See that, Jacob? Do you see that? It's not working. This is another one of those rough nights. See? We're still on, so... That video. I'm having problems with videos. See? That happened to the... Let's try this one. We'll just play the intro on the way out. How about that?
Yeah, of course.
Intro.